What's going on, YouTube? Claic Yuzolt back again with another Final Fantasy Brave Exvius video, and in today's video, well, it's tonight's video. It is midnight for me, but we got the FFBE news, a new banner with the best Dragoon in the game we've seen so far, and it has a new kind of step up to go along with them. I'm so excited. Let's get into it. Alright guys, so into the news we go. Have a lot to talk about and a lot to discuss, okay? So first up, like I was talking about, we have a new Final Fantasy Brave Exvius banner talking about CG Cid, and we have a couple of other units on the banner as well, but looking down, we have a new kind of step up. So what we're used to with these story units is that we have the 11k step up, which is one I always enjoy to do. So the first thing I did was I was like, okay, they're letting us use it twice, so maybe this happened in JP. Nope, this is global only. And then I was like, okay, are there any other changes? So I tried to add up the lapis, and I did it like 4 or 5 times, used my fingers, my toes, and finally a calculator, because I was like, I have to be doing this wrong. It's 12k instead of 11k. So I was like, okay, they're going to let us do it twice, but they're charging us an extra k, an extra 1,000 to let us do it. That's a little bit weird, but okay. I mean, the 11ks are fun and cheap for people. But then I saw this one last important detail. We get a 5-star guaranteed on the end here. This is totally different than what JP got. This is very new. Very great. 12k for a guaranteed rainbow at the end with a 5 times rate up on Cid. As long as that guaranteed rainbow is also having the 5 times rate up with Cid, it's going to be ridiculous. And hopefully they bring this banner along more often for more. If Axstar has this, dear God. Like, is this the new thing they're doing for Global? Is this the stuff they were talking about when they said it'd be easier for Global to obtain specific rainbows for 7 stars? Because, yes, give me more of this. Make Axstar this banner, or I guess the Axstar banner is a 25k with an Axstar guarantee at the end. So that's kind of better, I guess. So yeah, don't change that. However, this is really good for other story units we may be looking forward to in the future. So, as long as you have something this or better, keep it coming. I love this. It's great value. We really have to see what this 5-star guaranteed is and the value on that is, but we'll learn through the drop rates. But if it turns out that it does have the 5 times guaranteed on it, I'm definitely doing it twice. If it doesn't, I'll probably only do it once. But I'd really like to get my hand on CG Cid 7-star because he's super fun to play with. Speaking of him, here he is, Cid, in all his Dragoon glory. And everyone out there hated on me for shitting on Dragoons before. Well, don't worry. Cid is my boy, and we're not going to be shitting on him today. Super Trust Master Reward, Sky Feather. Attack 175. Wind element attached to this lance. 2-handed weapon. So, you're going to be getting the weapon variants, 2-handed weapon. High attack 175 with a wind element attached, meaning that if you imperil wind, there you go. On a 2-handed weapon, we have an element. This is another 2-handed weapon that has the element. Weapon bonus plus imperil bonus is now going to be available. Very nice. And this is something we see in the Trust Mastery Award. We knew we wouldn't be able to do this in Global, but Hero's Vow Wind. Boost equip attack when a single weapon is equipped in both hands. Boost damage for jump attacks. And boost LB gauge fill rate. So, what would happen in JP with Cid is you would just stack the shit out of the boost damage for jump attack. You would actually just stack this on, get his true double hand up through this, get him ready to go, and just go to town. Because apparently, you know, jumping damage is not capped at the 300-400% that we have things capped at right now. It is 800%. Okay, it's going to be 800% cap. So obviously Cid is going to be in this excellent Dragoon finisher, meaning he's going to jump in there and come down and do a lot of damage. And as long as it's a jump, it's going to be able to be boosted by jump damage, which can go up to 800%. Sadly, we can't stack these up in Global, but he's still going to do a ton of damage. And essentially, I'm not going to go over his abilities, because I'm going to tell you what this guy can do. The way Cid works is he has a cooldown ability. I think it's a 3-turn cooldown. He uses it and he gets like a mirage effect where you can dodge a physical attack for a turn, right? Once you use this, it unlocks all of his other time jump moves to be much more powerful. You go from like a minuscule like 6 times multiplier to a 10 times multiplier, and you can break attack and defense in a move by 74% for 3 turns with that jump. And this is, of course, after using that CD ability. You have another move, you can do the same thing, but it's for defense and spirit. Or you can do a move that does an 18.5 times multiplier. And it's a time jump. So listen to this. Build up his boost damage, build up his true double hand, build up his attack, go ham. Turn 1, CD ability. Turn 2, 18.5 times jump. He jumps in the air. Turn 3, he comes back down. Literally obliterates anything he touches in a hit. This guy is absolutely there to do a shit ton of damage. He's very strong. He's so cool. He's very, very fun too. If you love Dragoons, this is the guy you've been waiting on. And I'm talking to anybody out there. Also, you can have fun on a 12K anyway. So I'm not, it may sound like I'm overhyping him, but I'm telling you guys, he can one-shot the new Gilgamesh coming out. Now, do you want to one-shot the newest trial coming out? That's up to you, probably for fun, and maybe go back in there with other units. But that's how powerful Cid's going to be for us. He's going to be able to one-shot stuff. If it is a beast type, Cid has a ton of ways to put up beast killer. I think he has like so much of it passively. And then he can also boost it up by 200% in his own kit and then just destroy something like that. So for future trials, perhaps you're going up against a beast or past trials you're having trouble with, Cid can come in and take that down for you. What else is there to talk about with Cid? Cid, I think, has 200% bonus to jump damage already in his kit. We have a ton of different ways to put up bonus to, jump damage. You're going to have to look into that for building him. But I would definitely recommend going hard for him. If you want to have fun with a unit that I just described, if you want something like that, he's definitely worth, because it's an 18.5 times multiplier, along with the true double hand, along with the weapon variants, along with the imperil that you can use if you want to use this, or you could use another weapon that has jump damage on it, plus the jump damage bonus that goes on top of all of that, which he has 200% on his own. He does so much damage. Okay, we're going to skip past it. Just listen. Okay, there you go. Overhyping a unit, I don't care. Having a lot of fun. And I'm going to say Milete is the name of this unit. This is the Bob Ross unit. I do believe the winning animation for this unit is it turns around and starts painting on a canvas. So I got to get one of these. You know I love Bob Ross, so we're going to hope to pull one of these on Friday. Artistic is the TMR. Enable Artistic. Boost magic by 30% and reduce MP consumed for abilities by 10%. That can add up quick. We'll have to test that out, but it seems very interesting at the least. It's very interesting. As far as the unit's concerned, it looks like it's going to be a buffer. Perhaps you'll need a buffer on your team. Perhaps you just want to use a Bob Ross-esque character in the game to look badass. That is up to you with the red afro. You're going to have to make that decision. Next up is Nag Flare, which is going to be an awesome-looking, wrench-wielding little dude. Airship tech. Looks like it's going to be a damage dealer. Dwarf General's Helmet. Attack 34, Defense 37, and Nullify Confusion. So if you're out there looking for a high-attack helmet, here you guys go to help with that true double-hander, that true dual-wield build. And you get rid of Confusion, which is one of the pesky, status ailments that you guys want to get rid of. So that Trust Mastery seems very good as well. Fill Evocation Gauge. Wow. So this guy's going to be able to put up your Evo gauge as a damage dealer. I'm not sure if you're running him on your team other than just to look like have like a cool team with a giant wrench, but that's really up to you, I guess. Then we have Fulma going to be a damage dealer. Flapping Wings. Attack. Immediately what I think about this is Super Mario 3, I think it was in. You guys remember Super Mario 3? Had like a little P-Wing or something like that. Attack 30 on an accessory. Enable Dreams of Flight. Boost damage for jump attacks. Maybe we'll have to put some of these on Cid. Yeah, I don't know exactly what the build is going to be on Cid yet for me, but hey, maybe you want a couple of these for that, and you'll probably get a couple as you're pulling for Cid as it is. So overall, can you skip this banner? Of course. There are going to be damage dealers galore out there. Do you want to skip this banner, though? Is the value there? I think the value is super there. Plus, it's CG Cid. It's a Dragoon. I know people out there love Dragoons. So have at it if you want to. I know I am on Friday. Next up is the intro quest. You can go ahead and mess around with Cid if you'd like. Check out his LB. It's going to be cool. Get some summon tickets that could possibly just get you Cid without having to do the step up. Talking to the Skies is going to be Cid's story event. We're going to be able to go in and grind some good stuff, which is going to be great. We can get Slogging Wrench, Attack 31, and MP 30%. Not the greatest. Metal Greaves, boost HP by 10% and boost damage for jump attacks. Probably going to use that TMR if we're going to use anything like that. We're going to get a bunch of Fulma and farm up that TMR. Next up, we have the Exploration for Final Fantasy III, which is going to have like a cool little boss here, Uni and Doga. We're fighting them this time. We can fight them with them on our team, too. It says, bring units that can guard against powerful magic attacks, so maybe a magic AoE cover. The bosses are vulnerable to defense and spirit reductions, which means you're going to be able to shit on them. Anytime I read that, I'm like, okay, this is over. Prepare methods for removing status elements, such as a Dispel or just bring status element resist. Let's look at what we can actually get from here. We get Eureka Key, an accessory, magic and spirit plus 20%. Okay, boost fire, water, wind, and earth resist by 20%. Very good accessory for building up those resistances against those fights. You're going to need it. Definitely want to pick that up. And then we get a wind resist by 20%. We got to beat them with magic. I gotta take a party of 5 or less for a 5% trust move. Well, at this point, that's a joke. So, at least for me, I don't know about it for you guys. I don't really care about the 5%. 10% are a little bit more. Moving on to the rest of the news, we have a reward wheel update. I know this is kind of tiny for you guys, but I'll try to read it the best I can. We have 200% here. I do believe this is 30%, 15%, 5%, 100, and 10%. This might be 50% actually right here. I'm sorry, I'm on my Nox, and this is really small and tiny. But essentially it says players can spin the wheel for a chance to win free lapis during the event. Get up to 200 lapis in a single spin. It's from the 14th to the 28th, so running for 2 weeks. So guys, get in there and watch those ads. Looks like you're only getting lapis. And you have a chance of getting 200 at this point. Now, it's not the most giant chance, but 100 is a little bit bigger. So, hey, and you get more lapis, so make sure you're in there doing that. We do have a spring login bonus. You can check that over. There wasn't anything too crazy in here. We get rare summon ticket times, too, so those are normal tickets, which is great. And we get some trust coins, and trust coins are always good for you guys to use, so that's pretty neat. Then we have the Cydia NT free edition celebration with free daily summons. So you guys are going to be able to get a free daily summon on top of all those other summons that you guys are going to be getting throughout this time, which is great. I'm referring to the one for Final Fantasy 3. Not sure how long that's running, but you would either get 200 lapis or the Cactuar, which I always want the Cactuar for me personally. I need to level up my units. But essentially, if you guys didn't know, Dissidia Final Fantasy NT, which is the fighting game, is actually free edition is available today. You can get it right now. It's March 13th right now as I'm making this video. It's out right now. It's become a free-to-play game. It's got some in-app purchases you guys can make if you'd like, but you guys can get in there and battle it out. I do believe they're going to have a champion or a character rotation. So it says characters playable for free will rotate weekly. So you could either buy characters, maybe through. I haven't looked into it, so I don't know, because I had the game. I bought the game when it first came out. So if you guys want to get in there and hang out and play that game, I guess this is their way of like advertising it to you to let you see it. And we get free summons for it. So one, we get a free fighting game for Final Fantasy now and for you guys. And two, we get free stuff. So I love that as well. So it's pretty exciting. We do have an issue report here. This was just talking about how in the beginning, a lot of us couldn't do the once a day special quest inside the Cave of Shadows. And they gave us 6,000 Fangs of Earth. And I think that's pretty good. Give us like a bunch of them there that we needed. So overall, very, very excited for this week. The one thing we are missing is a trial, but we have been promised to get 2 of those trials, Gilgamesh Kai and the last 13th Chamber of Arms event happening this week, or not this week, excuse me, this month. So I don't know when exactly they're coming out, but again, if you want to get Cid and one-shot Gilgamesh, it is possible. He does so much damage. I'm very excited. I'm very excited to do a review on him and hopefully pick him up so I can show him off to you guys. So yeah, so if you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up. Comment down below if you're going for Cid. And how do you like that new step up? I think it's very interesting. It plays the middleman, you know, 11K, 12K with a guaranteed rainbow at the end. As long as it's affected by that five times, it's going to be good. And then subscribe for future content. We'll catch you guys in the next video.